Hello and welcome on Sport Update. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Time to give you updates in the world of sport as we look at stories that are trending in the world of sport. There, we'll start with the handball IHF Trophy African Zone. Shitu lists 14 handball players for tournament. Nigeria will participate in this competition in Ghana, alongside likes of Liberia, also Niger Republic. But right now, the coach of that team, Coach Agbola Shitu, actually released a list of final handball players that will be in that competition. IHF Trophy African Zone 3, 14 players. Let's look at the list of those 14 players that have been given the nod to participate in this competition. Esther Matthew, Seaside Lagos. Amina Mohammed, Sokoto Rima. You have Rahima Bello, Sokoto Rima there. Lucy Onyekwere, that's Sokoto Rima also. Shidera Bunsiba, Monica Opara, also from Sokoto Rima, Vera John, Bayelsa Queens, Prudence Samuel, Sokoto Rima. You have Munira Kasimo, Oparago Amarachi from Imo Grasshopper, Taiwo Babatunde, Seasiders, Okolo Joan from Kutus Academy. You have Samuel Precious in that particular team there. You have Kehinde Babatunde as from Seasider Babes. Officials, the coach, Bola Shitu Adewumi, and you have Opoini Roberts and also Abdullahi Suleiman. Those are that's the list being released by Coach Bola Shitu for the players that will be participating at the IHF Trophy African Zone 3. Good one, at least ladies are battle ready. They want to at least perform well in this competition. They are really very happy. They've been in Lagos at Roe Park in Yaba, Lagos, where they've been in camp ahead of this competition, and really they want to do well over there in Ghana. Wishing them all the best. Just giving you update concerning that particular set of players. Well, from there, let's quickly move to football. As we talk about NNL, mid-season transfer window becomes active. That's our next story coming from NNL, Nigerian National League, the second tier of Nigerian football. And right now, they'll be opening the window from Monday next week. That will be on 17. Right now, the clubs that are participating in both the Northern and Southern conferences will be able to buy players for just 1 week for them to at least get to fine-tune their teams. Good one coming from the NNL Secretariat there, announcing this particular transfer window being open to all the clubs from Southern Conference, BA1 to A4, and also you have Northern Conference, also rather Southern Conference, B1 to B4 there. And we have in the studio, Yusuf Akogo is here. Let's talk some sport. Yusuf?
Yes, always a pleasure being here, always.
Now, we just saw there that the window for the NNL is open. It will be rather opening from Monday next week. That will be on 17 for all the NNL teams to be able to at least buy players, just to fine-tune the teams. I think I love this, giving them that opportunity to go window shopping and buy players to at least get this more emboldened.
Yeah, I think it's a very good one. I think what they should even do more, they shouldn't go to, the NPFL to go and look for players for NNL.
Of course, it will happen.
Because sometimes you see clubs are actually looking for a way to escape relegation without, looking for some big players that are coming and help. That is, by the way, anyway. But I think it's a very good one for them to, get in more players that can actually help them in the season. And they're looking at a club in NNL. I think they should look for some academy or feeder teams of some club side to get some of the players that
to
they
bolster
feel,
their teams.
Absolutely, they feel that can actually be of help to them. So I think it's a very good one, and I hope that it will actually add more quality. More is it glamour now to the quality of the play.
Good one. They are talking about Nigerian National League, the second tier of Nigerian Football League. There, right now, they will be having their transfer window starting from Monday 17th, where the clubs participating can at least get some players from different cities in Nigeria and also even villages, just to get themselves ahead of the second part of the season. Right, we're talking about the NNL. Let's look at the match day 4 tables from the Northern Conference and also the Southern Conference. A complete one right now. Let's look at it. Let's start from the Group A1, where Mighty Jets are topping the group there. After playing the match day 4, they have Mighty Jets. After playing the match day 4, they have 9 points, followed by ABS of Ilorin High Boss, Milan Takike of FCT standing 4th, Kogi United, EFCC. And you look at the result down behind, just there you have High Boss defeated AFCC 2 goals to 0. Kogi United 0-0 against Milan Takike, while Mighty Jets peep ABS by 1 goal to 0. Well, good one for Mighty Jets now, and ABS leading the pack there in Group A1, Northern Conference, match day 4. Let's quickly move to Group A2, still also in the Northern Conference. Katsina United topping after they won against Jigawa Golden Stars 2-1. Green Beret lost against NAF FC, and you have City FC playing 1-1 against FWFC champions in that particular game. Katsina United, number 1 on the log with 10 points from 4 matches, followed by NAF FC, that is the Nigeria Air Force team. Jigawa Golden Stars are standing tall with 4 points. You have Green Beret, Nigeria Army team, they stand 4th with 4 points with a -1. Their goal difference after playing 4 matches. CTFC of Abuja standing 5th. FWC champions in the 6th position down the log there with 3 points from 4 matches. Let's look at Group A3 now. A3 in the Northern Conference. You have Kebbi United. Kebbi United are topping with 7 points, followed by Kano Pillars. The same Executive Boys are standing second with 6 points from 3 matches. And you have Malumfashi FC, Sokoto United, Zamfara United, and you have Zamfara. They play goalless against Malumfashi as Kebbi United play 2-2 draw against Sokoto United there. Well, for this group, it's Kebbi and Kano Pillars that are topping. Now let's look at A4, Group A4, still in the Northern Conference of the NNL. You have Yobe Desert Stars topping with 6 points from 3 matches. Adamawa United, DMD, and Police Machine are standing 4th there with just 2 points from 3 matches. Adamawa picked DMD, while Yobe Desert Stars also picked Police Machine with a lone goal. I just hope that Police Machine will not arrest Yobe Desert Stars. Anyway, just adding some bands there. Quickly, let's look at the Southern Conference, the southern part of Nigeria, the Southern Conference. Let's look at Group B1. Rovers are topping 10 points from 4 matches. Hensa defeated Vandresa 2-0. Rovers defeated Warri Wolves 2-0. Go Round FC went round and they defeated FC1 Rocket by 2-1. Rovers topping 10 points. You have Vandresa second. 1 Rocket with the same point with Vandresa. Hansard with 4 points alongside Go Round FC. And you have Warri Wolves standing 6th on the log of Group B1 Southern Conference match day 4 table. Let's look at Group B2 or their own match day 4 after being played. Ijebu United goalless against Sporting Lagos. Smart City FC against Crown FC 0-0. You have Joy Comet 2, Gateway United 0. And Ijebu United are topping with 7 points, although they have the same points alongside Smart City, Crown FC, and you have Sporting Lagos coming 4th with 5 points. Gateway United of Abeokuta and Joy Comet are standing 5th and 6th respectively. Nigeria's most important league. They'll also give you updates concerning the Southern Conference B2. Let's go to B3 as we look at how their match day 4 table is standing. Madiba FC are topping with 8 points with a +5 goal difference after scoring 7 goals, and they conceded 2, and now they have +5 there. Played 4 matches. They won 2, they drew 2, they lost none. Abeokuta Stormers are second with 5 points, followed by Ekiti United, Ikorodu City FC, and you have FC Ebede standing 5th there. Well, in the last match they played, Madiba won away 3-1 against Ikorodu City. Abeokuta Stormers shared this spot against Ekiti United 1-1 in that game where FC Ebede went by match day 4. And now we look at B4 now. We just did with B3. Now let's look at B4. Giant Breeders show the reason why they are called Giant. They are standing first on the log after playing their match day 4. They played 4 matches. They won 2, draw 2. They've lost no game yet. And 3, well, they need to score more goals right now. Goals for 3, goal against 1. They have a +2. They have 8 points. Heartland FC, the same point, and also the same goal difference. They are second on the log. And you have Abia Comets standing 3rd. Ibom Youth of Aqua, there you have Sinashos FC, and you have Idel FC. Well, their last match they play match day 4. You have Idel play 1-1 against Heartland FC. Kean Brinlas defeated Sinashos 2-1, while Abia Comet played 0 against Ibom Youth FC. Those are the results there. And now looking at the table, they call it the Nigerian most important league, where you metamorphose to the MPFL. We just showcased the match day 4 table for you to have an idea of how the second tier of Nigerian football league is actually running. We always want to give much attention to Nigerian sport, and we always do our best to make sure we promote our own. After all, no Oyibo man will do this.
Absolutely, no Oyibo man will do this. We have to, invest in our own. We have to develop our own so that we can actually get there. I'm impressed with the table. The arrangements. I think where the areas where I think I'm surprised is I saw some of the big clubs there.
Like Kano Pillars?
Kano Pillars is there. So Heartland FC, Warri Wolves.
Katsina United.
Absolutely. These are clubs that ordinarily, when you mention them, you will be thinking, oh, they should be in the NPFL. So, well, I think with time, we would like to see the likes of Kano Pillars, FC, Heartland, and of course, Warri Wolves back in the NPFL. With the current position that Pillars and Heartland they are occupying, I think they should be back very soon. Should be able to see them maybe next season. But for Warri Wolves, I think they still have a long way to go. But I think they have a very long way to go. But for me, I think I'm impressed with the arrangement, and I hope that they'll actually make it out of that groups.
A good one there coming from Yusuf Akogo. Well, right now the NPFL is also they are fighting their own, and also see how they can at least qualify for the Super 6. We just unveiled the NNL there, the second tier of Nigerian Football League. Now let's leave league football and talk about the national teams, the under-20 teams. FIFA Under-20 World Cup, 70% of Flying Eagles players at AFCON will make World Cup team. Ladan Boso, that's the coach of that squad, and he's already talking that 70% of them will make it. He's trying to see how he can draw his list. They will be going to Argentina. It won't be Indonesia anymore. Argentina will be hosting, and right now he's saying 70% of that team at the AFCON will be playing at the World Cup.
Yes, I think that is a very good one, because already he has worked with the boys. He knows these guys. He took them to that tournament. We came fourth, I think. We came fourth.
Yeah.
Yes, at AFCON. Yes.
We came third.
We came third. Yes.
We got bronze.
Yes.
I said we are trying to take us backward.
No, we came third. So, but it's a very good one. Like he's worked with the boys, and then taking 70% or even more of them to that tournament, I think the best thing to do, because the boys they've known each other. It will be easy for them to, gel. The understanding will be there. But I was following him, and he did say that he's going to invite some players that actually failed MRI tests from the Golden Eaglet camp, then to join the team and see if he can pick 1 or 2 players from there to join the team. But I think having the full complement, about 70% or more from the AFCON, those that play at the AFCON tournament, I think is a very good one for the team. And of course, as one of the top team in Africa, when you're talking about this competition, it's only Ghana that has better Nigeria here, because they won it one time. So I think it's a very good one, and we're going there as a big African brother. Then why the rest will actually, follow us and see.
Let's see what they'll be doing there. Ladan Boso talking. Our boys, the under-20 team, will be going to the World Cup in Argentina, and really, by now, we know that the coach is already drawing up with his list ahead of this tournament. We want to do well, and he's saying 70% of those that are playing in AFCON will be there at the World Cup, where we can see what is happening there. Right now, before we wrap it up, we have to quickly run through some stories in the world of football, transfers, and also coaches being appointed. Let's talk about Leicester City. Leicester City, yes, they appointed ex-Norwich and Villa manager Dean Smith as interim manager. This man has seen it. He has been with Norwich, he has been with Aston Villa, and now he's going to Leicester City. The Foxes, they will be having him with them.
Yes, absolutely. I think they need whatever they can do to escape relegation. they are fighting relegation battle right now. Whatever they can do to escape that, I think, is very, very important. Looking at Dean Smith, he's a decent coach, but again, if you look at his incident, he's led some club back to relegation.
But looking at this, John Terry, news came that it's possible that it could be picking John Terry because they were together at Aston Villa. Aston Villa. So right now, I think they have a good chemistry. So it's possible that I will be dragging John Terry to Leicester.
I really hope that their combination will help Leicester City.
It will drag them to the end of the season.
But
anyway.
to me, if there's any club I really sympathize with right now, I think it's Leicester City. I really don't want them to go down.
Yes, what about Everton and Nottingham Forest?
Nottingham Forest, I think they came in, and then they are still mathematically safe as it is. But for Southampton, Everton, and Leicester City, and of course, I think Leeds United was there at a point, but I think they're out there now. They're out from there now. But I think for Leicester City is actually, I really want them to escape it. But Smith, let's see his first game.
But really, if you look at Leicester City, yes, you have Nigeria, you have Iheanacho, you have Ndidi and all that. But right now, what do you think? Do you see Dean Smith, and if he gets John Terry to the Foxes, can they save Leicester?
Well, I think they can, but I really don't know the problem. Sometimes I wonder why Schumacher was allowed to go in the first place. I was wondering what happened. I think I think there is a problem there that actually beyond the manager. I think the management needs to sort out, because if you look at what they've achieved in the last 10 years, they've won EPL, they won FA Cup and all of that. But for them to go down at this point, I really think there's an internal problem beyond the manager, the manager that the team, that the club itself need to actually address at this point. But Dean Smith, I really do not know whose idea was it to hire
to get him.
Yes, but I really do not think he has that capacity or capability to save Leicester City from relegation. I really do not think he has.
And maybe the impact of John Terry now will actually help.
John Terry was with him at Aston Villa too, but it didn't work out for them. So, but I really don't think. I'm so skeptical about it. But again, let's see what is going to happen. Maybe would they add? Maybe in his first game, the next Leicester City game, I think maybe let's see their reaction.
But really, this season in the EPL, it seems to be a bit kind of unpredictable. Kind of a lot of things happen. Managers, about 12 have been sacked.
Absolutely.
Some clubs you didn't expect them to be at the bottom of the table, like Everton, who are always perennial top 10, but now they're in fact.
Yeah, I think
this season seems to be kind of different in English Premier League.
In a way, it's different, because you actually see, when a season where you see an Arsenal trying to win the league, you expect something unusual to happen. So we're actually seeing all of those things. We see some resurgence, a team that are actually also doing well. See the like of Newcastle United trying to, fight for the
top 6 or the
Champions League position. So I think a lot have actually changed. Not what we used to see, but the difference is really not that much. But if you look at the bottom of the ladder, you will see that there's some clubs that are actually fighting relegation: Leicester City, Everton, Southampton, the club that one would not really have expected. But again, football is what it is. Sometimes it's not mathematics. You can't say 1 + 1 is always 2, which so that is what we're having, and I really do think that the last 8 games left in the league is going to be very, very tough and competitive.
Well, we've been talking concerning that's the man of the moment now, Dean Smith, with Leicester City. Is with them right now to take over till the end of the season as an interim manager. And news have it that it possibly could be dragging his former ally, talking about John Terry, down there. Well, we'll wait to see how they will do it, because it can be very difficult right now. The two guys, or rather, Dean Smith needs to work harder and smarter for him to let Leicester out of that relegation zone. A big fight there among the clubs that are really trying to see how they can better their lot, still remaining in the Premier League. Well, Arsenal could sell forward Folarin Balogun this summer. Folarin Balogun has been a fantastic player for Reims since he joined them, and right now he's been with them on loan, scoring a lot of goals. But right now, Arsenal could actually sell him. It wasn't picked for England, and that is another story for another day. But right now, Arsenal could sell, finally make his deal out. No more, he's not on loan, it will be permanent sales.
Yeah, I think they need to go and get experience. He's been there for a while. He's been unable to break into the team. So he need to go to a club, maybe a lesser club than Arsenal, where he can actually get playing time.
But maybe he can actually stay with the Reims, or he has been very prolific this season with his club.
Yeah, I know he's been doing so well. Yeah, with Reims. But again, Arsenal does not see the need to bring him back. Probably they have more options in that role for him, for them not to be able to bring him back. But again, selling him permanently, I think it would be good for him. Let him go there and revive his career. If he's good, probably bigger clubs will actually come for him as well. Maybe Arsenal may actually look for him later in future, maybe when they will have to pay so much money to get him back into the club, just like United did for some of their players.
But really, if you look at Folarin Balogun, it's not been picked. That I remember when they were picking the players, Gareth Southgate didn't pick him, and a lot of people were like, wow, he couldn't make the cut, and that was like they just removed the veil from his eyes. I saw that particular tweet when he said, "Well, you have to go to where you are appreciated." So does it mean it's coming to?
Back of course, there is no place like home actually. Yeah, you see, there are many things that you actually need to look at. His name is Balogun. Balogun is not an English
Even
name.
for Larry.
For Larry.
He's a Nigerian.
It's not an English name. Forget the fact that Bukayo Saka is able to break into the Three Lions. Saka has an exceptional quality. Saka is a player of Real Madrid category. You understand? And in 2 or 3 years to come, Arsenal will have to struggle to keep Saka at Arsenal because many clubs will come for him. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and of course, and some of the top clubs in Europe will come for him because he's a top player with with very good quality. But for Larry Balogun, yes, I know he has a long way to go. I'm not surprised that he was not picked by England because there is a lot of competition for you to get into Three Lions. There were some other players who were not picked as well, who are doing so well, who were not picked. But I really do think that if he come back home, I think we will appreciate him more. And again, Super Eagles is also another kettle of fish that you need to understand as well.
Well, we've been talking concerning Folarin Balogun there. Arsenal could actually do away with him in the summer. Why we're talking about that? Chelsea, Stamford Bridge team right now, they want to get their man that actually they got on loan from Atletico Madrid. We're talking about Joao Felix to stay on after this summer. Well, that will be a nice one. We're looking at that particular story there. Well, from the way it is, Chelsea hope to keep forward Joao Felix over there in Stamford Bridge. Let's look at that particular story there. Well, quickly, we're talking about that one.
Yeah, Felix, yes. Yes, Joao Felix initially his move to Chelsea, in a way, he was kind of like, I was surprised. I was taken aback because I knew then he was one of the top striker for Atletico Madrid. So, but again, a lot of people have said quite a lot of things about his attitude and so many other things, but I really don't know how suitable that is to Chelsea. But if they can actually accommodate him, why not? He's a very good player, but I think he needs to learn quite a whole lot. He need to learn quite a whole lot. He need to, understand that sometimes, no matter how good you are, if your attitude is not, good, it can actually affect your career. And that thing was actually a part of the reason why he actually left Atletico Madrid. And I think probably he has learned his lesson playing for Chelsea as it is. But I think if Chelsea can actually keep him, and probably they may be demanding for he may be demanding for more money. But I think Chelsea, with what they have the capacity and of course to pay him whatever he wants. But again, they need to actually ask themselves, how good has he been so far since he came?
But I think to some extent, it's not as if he's been so poor, but just that even the entire squad, something is wrong somewhere. You understand? Yes. The entire squad, yes. Chelsea, you have players, you have young, agile, versatile, strong players.
If you look at where
the result is not just coming.
But if you look at where Chelsea is coming from, look at the Chelsea of old. Look at the players. Look at Didier Drogba. Do we have?
By the time these boys,
yes, play together, get used to themselves. That's what you mean. But again, if you look at Chelsea of old, you see fighters. You see Drogba. You see Lampard. You see Michael Essien, you see John Terry. These are players that can play for 200 minutes.
But they can't play for 200 minutes. That's an exaggeration. That's an exaggeration. But really, absolutely. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, but do we have the same quality of player right now? The answer is no.
But we have them for some clubs.
For some clubs, yes. But at Chelsea, I think we need to understand the culture, the Chelsea football culture. Chelsea is not a player that, if skills in a way doesn't really thrive at Chelsea. You understand? Chelsea is a team with results. I mean, you need that physicality. But some of the new players that we have, I really don't think that physicality is actually. Even Joao Felix, I could remember in the days of Didier Drogba, there was a particular defender he's always afraid of, which Nemanja Vidic. You understand?
The Man United defender.
Vidic is a physical player. Drogba is a physical player. But when two of them, anytime United is playing Chelsea, you see two of them trying to avoid one another. But we don't have those kind of players again. You understand? And I think that is where Chelsea, I think they're actually getting wrong. Yeah, I understand that they invested so much in players, but again, are these the players that you need?
But what could have caused that we no longer have those strong players like the one you mentioned? What could have caused it?
Well, probably the football. Maybe things are actually changing.
Is it food that changed in the generation?
It's not as if they don't exist. They do exist. But again, it actually depends on the coach. Some coach actually believe that they can actually work with flair. For players that have flair, they have skills. You understand? So you don't need the physicality as well. But again, if you look at the way football is right now, you need a mix, the combination of it for you to be able to get results. That's why you see Man City, Liverpool actually, dominating. Until recently, we are having Arsenal. You know that they've injected that same physicality into their football.
Well, we've been talking concerning Chelsea there. Let's go back to the same team in London, Arsenal. Arsenal are right now monitoring a player called Gravenberch. He plays for Bayern Munich, and right now they want to get him as a midfielder. Mikel Arteta actually fixed his eye on this player, and really, if he can get Ryan, that would be an added advantage. Fantastic player.
Yeah, I think Arsenal, I think it's obvious that they're actually out for serious business. They are, even with the depth of squad they have, they're actually looking for more. Then that shows that the club is actually ready to compete in Europe, not just in the domestic league, as it were. But I'm happy if they can actually get this guy a fantastic player for Bayern Munich, though not super regular for them. But I think if you see an opportunity to come to Arsenal, I think he will actually, grab it, and I'll be happy to see him at Arsenal. He's a very good player.
A good one there coming from Yusuf Akogu on Sports Update. I want to appreciate you for coming on the show.
Always a pleasure.
Adeniyi Ajishafet. That's where we drop the curtain. Keep enjoying Sports Update there on Trust TV. Thanks for watching.